Joining me now on this episode of Locally Sourced CP is an El Paso rising artist, Miss Blanca Estrada. Blanca, thank you for joining me today.
Hi.
I appreciate you coming on. I can't say it enough. Like your artwork, your pieces, they're so awesome. I'm a sucker for the El Paso art you do. I saw that one you just put out, that big huge one of the mountain and the star. It's so beautiful.
Thank you.
So we'll go to the beginning. What got you into becoming an artist, drawing, painting? What made you cross that line and become an artist?
I have been drawing since I was 4. It's always been in my life. But I tried a bunch of different careers, I guess, before I started really thinking of myself as an artist. Um, so I tried tattooing because my cousin owns a shop. It wasn't for me. I tried I was a teacher, a math teacher. That was fun, but COVID happened and then I kind of changed the course of my career. So I feel like I've tried a lot of things before defining myself as a real artist. But it's something that I do daily. It's just a habit, a hobby, and just something that I have to do. I don't know how to put it. So I just practice every day. I'm like self-taught.
Oh, that's so cool. That's cool that you that you're self-taught. You didn't go to like to huge, even though it's okay to still that you didn't go to a huge artist school or have formal training or anything like that. That's so cool that you're self-taught. And I'm telling you, like, I'm not just saying it because you're on the podcast or anything, but your stuff is so awesome, and then your style is so different, and you have your own technique and style. So I think that's the one thing I feel that separates an artist is the technique and the style.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I just play with everything. I experiment. I used to just do portraits when I was little. I used to be asked for a lot of portraits, and I would grab the picture and try to do it as straight as I could from the picture. And
Mhm.
it gets boring that way, I think. So I had to play around more with the background and everything, and just kind of have fun, like enjoy myself. So I'm a lot more loose now, I think, than when I used to start. I don't know. I try not to take portrait commissions anymore, where they're just the same thing because it is a little boring.
That's my portrait pose, but no, I mean, I think you're totally right. Like if you're doing something, especially in your realm, and you don't like it, I feel that you should do what you want. Like they say, if you do what you love, you're not working a day in your life. So, just do what you love.
I agree. I agree. It's been really fun so far.
So far. I mean, you've been doing it for a while. Like you have stuff like you did your oh my gosh, like the Pokemon stuff you do and like the anime stuff. I've seen some of the pieces you've done for like you've incorporated the Pokemon in El Paso portraits and stuff like Paso paintings. Where did you get that idea from? And then it also became the Loteria that you had put out too.
Yeah, so it all started with this one, the X, the Snorlax eating the X. And I was a school teacher at Bowie for 6 years, so I would drive by there all the time by the X, and
Oh,
I had a negative.
I'm wearing the wrong hat. Sorry.
You have
You know,
one
I
with
was I was gonna wear my Bowie hat, but
oh, the Bowie, yeah.
yeah, I totally, I couldn't find it, so I was like, I'll just grab another one. So I apologize for, even though sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
Oh no, you're good. I actually I don't really like school rivalry. I think we're all in El Paso,
Yeah.
and so I feel like we should all root for each other. And so I went to Urban, and I don't know, I never cared for school rivalry. It was always like exciting to see another school. So yeah, like Jeff is awesome too, and my mom went to Jeff, and
Oh,
I don't
cool.
really, yeah, so yeah, no worries. But so I would drive by the X all the time, and I perceived it as very negative. Even my students, I would ask them like what it meant, and they all had negative thoughts about it.
Oh, wow.
So to change my mind, I went home and painted the Snorlax eating the X, which was a little idea too that my little brother, he was like 10 at the time, and he's like, hey, it looks like someone took a bite off of it. So so it gave me the idea. And then after that, I couldn't stop making more and more Pokemon all over. I made the Pikachu lighting up the star and all the
Yeah.
lights. and just I couldn't stop after that. The Cubone at Concordia Cemetery, with the skull, the sugar skull.
Hmm.
It was just so much fun. And so I kept asking people like, what else? What else? And they kept feeding me. I do get a lot of ideas from my customers. El Paso's Pokemon group, Malachi and Steven, they're really fun guys too as well.
Yeah.
And they gave me a lot of ideas too, and I just couldn't stop. So it became like an addiction. But it was an awesome collection, and then it kept growing. And then the Pokeria was born. Yeah, after 40 images.
No, that's so cool. Yeah, how you were able to turn that into to that the pocaria.
Pokeria, yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool how you do it, and and then anyone who wants to, that's available to purchase, right?
Yes.
And where can someone get that from if you don't mind me asking?
Of course. So on my website, they can order it, blancaestrada.com, or I'm always offering my home. This is my home. I'm always offering it, like if people want to stop by and shop here, I kind of set it up like a store. And then also they can go to El Paso's Finest downtown to purchase it there. In Bloom carries it for me. They're on Edgemere. And then I have it at World Boba and Coffee on Mesa, and also Socorro at Bodega Loya. So there's a couple of places they could get it right now on Etsy too. And I don't know. I hoping that it spreads more and more. We'll see.
No, it does. I mean, I'm hooked. I love your work. It's so cool. And what we talked about earlier too is that you're working on a new piece. Is that correct?
Yes. And by the way, El Paso is the one who is making them for me, and they're assembling them for me, and they're the ones
Oh,
that make
cool.
also the Chuco Loteria.
Hmm.
So they've been amazing too about helping me spread it out.
Oh, that's
Uh,
so awesome.
but yeah, I'm always working. I have a couple of projects in line. But the big one is the Healing Garden. The
Mhm.
Healing Garden in Ascarate Park. Four of us artists were chosen to paint the Healing Garden.
Oh, nice.
And it's going to commemorate the 23 people that lost their lives at the Walmart shooting.
Hmm.
I was very happy to be part of a Walmart mural, two Walmart murals here in El Paso. And so I immediately honored them with stars in the sky. And I think that was something that helped me get into the Healing Garden mural. So I was one of the chosen ones that, and I'm so excited. So I've been working on it a lot. We're still designing, and just designing has been very intense. I mean, four of us trying to come up with one concept is
Right.
something. And I've never worked with other artists before. So I was very excited to start working with them. And then so our deadline is July 15th. We have to be done by July 15th. And so I've been putting that out. I do speak a lot on Instagram very clearly about my priorities, and I've been saying like that's my number one priority right now.
Hmm.
But yeah, I have a lot of commission work also that I'm working on, and then my personal stuff. That Dragon Ball that you saw is something that I've been wanting to do for a while.
Hmm.
And I like to have something new at each show that I do. So there's shows coming up, and so I wanted to have something new. So hopefully I can get it done by then.
Right. That's awesome. Yeah. And then you have, yeah, the two off top of my head right now is the Big Red Comic Con that is happening March 23rd over at Bel Air High School. Is that right?
Yes.
And then also you have you're there at the El Paso Comic Con April 12th through the 14th.
Yes, that is
That's
correct.
cool. And then
So,
go ahead, sorry.
no, you're good. I'm sorry. I have a lot.
Oh
I
no, that's
actually
good.
have something every weekend almost. So
Let's do it.
every
Yeah.
weekend. Yeah. And so this weekend I have I triple booked myself. Yeah, I do a lot of private parties for painting.
Oh,
And
there
so
you
I
go.
have two private parties, and then I also have the Asian market. So that's going to be a new market at Economy. I think it's on Zaragoza. And that one will be new for all of us vendors, but we're really excited. So yeah, if you have nothing to do on the 16th, you can go to the Asian market, and there's gonna be a lot of vendors. I actually am surprised that I'm seeing like an empty slot right now on the 30th and 31st of March. Like, what happened? Um, but then yeah, you're right. I have the El Paso Comic Con in April. And then we have El Paso's Finest is really cool about making monthly shows with different themes. And I love that because it keeps me growing and making new collections. So this last month there was a dragon show and I created some dragon pieces that were really fun. So on the 20th of April, we have a garden show coming up. So I'll have some new pieces with plants, flowers and just really cool stuff I can see in my head. And then the 25th and 24th of April, I actually have a private, not a private, I'm sorry, a solo art show at the Art Masters
Oh, cool.
on Mesa. So I'll have a solo show where I'm able to just showcase anything I want, really. And so I'll be showcasing some women pieces that I showed at La Femme Beauty Expo. And so those are really cool. They're black and white charcoal pieces. I'll have the Frida collection, just a lot of women empowerment kind of thing. But I also want to, I love having a little bit for the whole family. So I'll probably have my pokeria there too, and
Mhm.
everything that I do. And then yeah, I have a lot of shows coming up. My biggest one was Denver, Colorado. That was the Denver Comic Con. So
Oh,
that's the
wow.
4th of July coming. But in June, I also have Sally Limon. I was able to squeeze in finally. Sally Limon will be the 1st of June. And that one's gonna be big. I think it's the Upper Valley Market sponsored.
Hmm.
But yeah, every weekend almost I try to book myself something, but I have been leaving some open for when we start the mural.
Oh, that's
So
cool. Yeah, I can't wait to see that too. And then just like I know I just like keep saying it, but your artwork is so awesome, and people of El Paso think it's awesome too because you were voted best of El Paso in 2023 this past year.
yeah, that was so exciting. People vote, and I was very thrilled and very honored to be voted Best of El Paso. So last year, I traveled a lot to different Comic Cons, San Antonio, Phoenix. I kept traveling, and I tried about like 23 different Comic Cons.
Hmm.
So this year, when I won, I told myself that I wanted to do a lot more local art shows because I feel like if people voted here, then the art should stay here more.
Hmm.
So I decided, yeah, and so yes, I've been doing a lot more local stuff. The mural is going to be a huge deal. It's honoring not only the people who passed away, but also the survivors. And so I think that's very important to put out there. And we want to bring more community awareness. So I had the idea too of there's rocks there around the Ascaret Park.
Hmm.
And I wanted to invite the community, like schools, all kinds of people to come and paint some of those rocks so that when we reveal the mural on August 3rd, they also reveal the rock they painted.
Oh, cool.
So we're working on that too, but I was hoping, yeah, to make it bigger than just the 4 artists. I was hoping to involve a lot more people. And so that's something that I've been really trying to brainstorm and keep at it. But yeah, time is going by so fast. We
Hmm.
were told about this in November,
Yeah.
and I can't believe it's already March.
Right.
So next thing we know, it's gonna be summer, and I'm gonna be pushing for all that, hopefully. So yeah, I'm just trying to get commissions, done. But that one that you mentioned, the mountain, is a
Mhm.
commission, but I love it because it is one of my original pieces too. So those are the best commissions I get, I think, when they're my original stuff.
Mhm.
So I really enjoyed it. And then I have some Pokemon commissions coming up next. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be like Snorlax at UTEP.
Oh, nice.
And it's gonna be really fun. So I can't wait to start on that one too.
Oh, that's gonna be so cool. And then if you want people can follow you, getting more information from you, where can they find you at?
So I always recommend going to my website because it's the easiest. It's blancaestrada.com. And then at the very bottom, you can see the social media buttons because I have Instagram and Facebook, but they're all kind of scattered. I changed my username to Blue and Mac when I became a teacher, and they're characters from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. And so Blue and Mac is my Instagram,
Mhm.
but then Facebook is BE Art. I don't know what I did. Okay, everything's like so different. So I always tell people just go to blancaestrada.com and then at the bottom is the social media buttons because yeah.
No, don't worry, don't worry. I'll make sure I put all of the information in the description below so people can check you out on across all your platforms. I'll include the Facebook, the Instagram, and your website. That way they can check you out, see where you're going to be at next, maybe even contact you for any little private parties or even any commissions.
Mm,
Blanca, you're so talented. Your stuff is awesome. I'll have to maybe get with you, maybe either seeing about either purchasing something. I like I told I had Patrick on. I still need to get with him. I have some blank space back here I need to fill, so I need to
nice.
get with you guys so I can get some stuff going on behind me.
Awesome. Yeah, let me know for
I
sure.
will. I will. I will. And is there anything else you'd like to say or add before we end today?
No, I think people are the ones that keep me going. I don't even have time to sometimes look up events. And so it's people who send me links to events, so I'm just very thankful to everyone for like they are the ones that keep hiring me, giving me jobs, because I don't even have time to look, like I said. So I'm just very thankful to everyone that keeps messaging me with opportunities. A lot of the times I don't even have to look up how to book my month. It's just people inviting me, and I really appreciate that. So just a huge shout out to everyone that supports me. Thank you. I can't say enough.
No, thank you for coming on with me and sharing your work with us and with the city and the world basically. You're such a talented artist, and I appreciate you coming on and talking about yourself and your art.
Well, this is really cool that you do this, so thank you too. I know we've struggled kind of like when can we get together, but
Right.
this is really cool that you do this for everyone. So yeah, thank you also. I think this is awesome and keep it going because I think it's going to be, something awesome to refer back to and see especially like, a couple of years from now, I hope to get on again and be like, "Hey, like again, how are you?" I don't know. I think it's awesome.
No, no, for sure. I promise it won't be years from now. It'll maybe be like soon. So that way we can talk more about your art and stuff that you've done, and just, keep sharing your stuff with us and with the world, and we'll talk soon about getting some pieces, or even if I just buy some prints and put them behind me, I really appreciate it.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. And again, it's Blanca Estrada. You can find her all her on her website, social media. Again, description and the links in the description below. And I appreciate you again, Miss Blanca, for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.